Oh man, we are back. This is Some Bad Decisions episode number 30. Jeez. Okay, I'm your host Robert, and this is my co-host Meeman, aka Hurt God, aka Curve God.
Wow. 30 episodes in.
Yeah, man, almost halfway to a little more than halfway to a year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited today. I'm taking it a little bit more casually. I don't like how uptight in these last couple episodes. So it's time for me to mellow out here. Let me relax, take it easy.
Take it easy. Get a webcam, maybe.
Yeah, like I want to be back. I want to be back from like when it was like 17 to like 22. I said 17. I meant 7 to 22. That's when I was thinking we were really flowing. But I think I was just these past couple episodes. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but I'm gonna be a lot more relaxed this podcast. That's my goal.
Sure.
You know what, Meeman? That essential contribution, right, is why you're so helpful to this dynamic.
I mean, I'm as lively as ever, man. You are slacking.
Shut up.
Come on,
Mr.
Mr.
Lively.
Host.
Where are these clever jokes and wit that we've been so
Come on,
desperately
Mr.
missing?
Host.
Hey, you made a shirt about cheesecake. Yeah, where's the cheesecake like jokes now, Meeman? Where are they? Where?
Burger King still hasn't
you know
brought
what,
it back, man. I'm so salty about that shit, man. Come on. You don't have to bring it up, man.
Okay.
God. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the merch store and I saw that, I freaking laughed, dude. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I could not believe it. All right. Do you want to save the conference for last? Since there's some important stuff here, but we can kind of like just run through them. Only half of them are kind of relevant.
I don't know.
What you thinking?
I'm down with whatever.
Okay, cool. Let me kick this off. I'm gonna go with the least relevant stuff to the most relevant leading up to the conference. Let's start with the least relevant. Persona 4 Golden is now on Steam as of June 13th, 2020.
So I don't know how I feel about that. It makes me a little bit angry that it's on there, but also I'm like,
Well, you're only upset about that because you still playing it on the Vita and haven't. It literally at the time. Okay, you've had that game on the Vita for years, and they literally
no,
took
okay, I didn't have it for years.
time to port it to PC before you even finished it.
Fuck you.
The floor is yours.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, I could barely hear you there. What?
Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself, man. I don't care. It's
No,
on
no.
PC. It's great. More people get to play it. I'm glad for the platform, but
What's a nice price too? $20?
yeah,
Wasn't fair.
it's a pretty average price.
I am going to be a little bit worried about people who played 5 and especially Royal jumping into Golden.
Oh,
Especially since
they're gonna be
Golden, you
highly
can run pretty
disappointed.
much any PC can run Golden.
Gonna be highly disappointed.
It's going to be really lackluster in comparison. Not only just for graphics and style, but the gameplay itself. That's going to take some adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of Golden fans are going to realize. Like I really enjoy Golden, but I think P4 inherently, like the original, is a better game. And I think a lot of people are going to maybe not remember Golden as fondly as they used to.
Mm-hmm.
Because while that game is really hilarious and it has such a colorful cast of characters, relies entirely on that. But that's just what my thinking. I'm eager to see how fans react after they get to, like, in about a week or two from now, when they be able to like plow through the entire game.
Yeah.
Let me see what the consensus is there. Next up on that. Wait, do you have anything more to say about P4 Golden?
I mean, I still haven't beat it yet, so I don't know. I'm probably gonna buy it on PC. Like, no
Who
lie.
hasn't beaten it yet, ladies and gentlemen?
No
I'm
lie.
on the precipice of finishing P3, and he still hasn't finished.
I'm
You should just get the
playing.
PC version.
I'm
bro.
playing this bitch on hard, and it's ridiculous. Actually, I've made some progress since last time. I'm actually almost done with Risei's dungeon, so God bless. Got one more floor to go. I keep dying on floor 10.
I don't envy you, bro. I really don't
I should not have played.
whatsoever.
Okay, any viewers out there about to play P4 on PC, do not play it on hard. I'm telling you, do not play it on hard.
It's easier there because at least they have save states.
Yeah, but that doesn't actually help you.
It does in some ways.
Not really.
Yeah, you get to.
It doesn't.
What's it
It
called? It's a
doesn't help
move
you
miss,
when
so
you.
how to kill a boss. You can just reload
Yeah.
and then just do a different move and win.
If you're playing it that way, then it's just like, why are you even playing the game at that point?
Look, man, I'm just telling you. All right. You can cheese a lot of things with save states, especially with the card gimmick that Persona 4 has after battles.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I guess.
But
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it will be handy there. But I'm just saying, just like, don't play it on hard. It just makes life miserable. Play it on normal.
yeah, agreed. Right now, in preparation for Last of Us Part 2 being released in what, like 3 more days?
5 more days.
5 more days.
Releases
A
on
podcast
Friday.
is now being hosted by PlayStation, or announced by PlayStation, and hosted by comic Christian Spicer. I have not yet listened to this. However, I know that the first interview, it's kind of like an interview thing, and the first guest was Neil Druckmann, the creative director of Last of Us Part 1 and Last of Us Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, people like Troy Baker will be, Ashley Johnson will be on the podcast, and so if you want more Last of Us goodness in preparation for Last of Us Part 2, I'm assuming there will be no spoilers since the game isn't out yet. But yeah, that's another way that Sony's just putting more and more marketing behind this massive title and trying to stem me goodwill. Also, it has like a 95 on Metacritic right now, so it's been scored pretty highly
Oh,
by reviewers.
I mean, there was no doubt
Whatever
it was
that
going
means.
to be a bad game. It's just all the
All
punch.
about that narrative, man. That narrative. For me, I know the game's gonna play great. Or I should say, I shouldn't say that, but I'm pretty confident about that. To me, it's all about what are you giving me for this story, and how did people react to so negatively just to some videos, which they might not even had proper context of. But yeah, that's something I thought that was cool for PlayStation. Especially with that particular cast because Last of Us has such a big voice actor, like pretty famous voice actor cast. So I think that's gonna do really, really well.
Sure. Yeah, I
Um,
think The Last of Us just needs good PR right now. Like
well, like okay,
everyone saying that it's a good game is helping the fact that, that shit happened last month.
well, the only thing that I didn't like is that Sony put out saying like, no, we haven't lost pre-orders, haven't lost any Steam, or anything like that. And I'm like, the fact that you commented on that makes me think the pre-orders lost Steam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little
You
bit.
generally don't have to say things that are like you don't have to address things like you don't have to say things that are happening if they're just so blatantly obviously happening. But I understand why they did it. Um, but either way, man, this game in less than a week is going to be in everybody who wants its hands, more or less, or can afford it. So
Yeah.
I'm
I
I'm
mean, I
I'm
got a
ready for it, man. I'm
pre-order.
ready.
I'm, at this point, it's just time to play it. There is nothing left now.
Honestly, just time to play it. Okay. A new Okami game is being pitched by Ikumi Nakamura, and she's pitching it for it to be directed by Shinji Mikami from Tango Gameworks, who previously is like a Capcom legend who created and directed many Resident Evil titles,
Mm-hmm.
including not limited to Resident Evil 1, 2, maybe not 2. I think that was the guy who directed the OG Devil May Cry. But he directed 1 and 4, I know that. I think Hideki Kamiya directed 2.
Mm-hmm.
Um But yeah, man, that's big for Okami fans. I mean, as a guy who doesn't give a fuck about Okami, I don't care.
I mean, there's probably a bunch
You
of
would
people
probably
out
like it
there.
since it's like an. Have you played it?
Nah, it doesn't interest me that much.
It's a really artist game, so
Yeah,
I figure that'd be right up your wheelhouse.
yeah. I like playing my RPGs more, man.
That's fair enough, and I Okami has not aged well, I think, in terms of visuals, despite being the cel shaded.
I mean, no, it still looks fine. It's just
Nah,
not my cup of
bruh,
tea, man.
nah. I think PS2, for whatever reason, like a lot of stuff that was cel shaded, like doesn't end up looking that great unless you went for a comic book thing specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like
No,
if you look at something like
no.
Klonoa or like God of War or something like that, those look way better than Okami does. Just speaking from a visual aesthetic.
Mm, I I don't know.
Personally.
I don't know. It's just depends on the person. I think it looks fine still.
But well, whatever. That's not important. For you Okami fans, hopefully the pitch works out and you get your new game. I could care less. Um,
Yeah, we don't
I
really care
don't care
about
about
you.
Okami,
We
bro,
don't
but it's
care.
important. Like it's part of the culture.
Yeah,
Um,
we acknowledge that
Devil
it's
May
part of the
Cry
culture.
5
That's
battle
it.
director Ryoto Suzuki is now making a game for Square Enix, an action game in particular, and he's using their MMO team from I forget what division it is or business region or whatever. That is extremely interesting.
Wait,
That's wow.
wait, what team are they using?
They're using the MMO team.
Hmm.
Basically, the team that's making Final Fantasy 14 right now and their updates.
Yeah, that's
They're using well, and
interesting.
that's obviously not all of them, but like they're using part of like that business division to make whatever Suzuki's action game is going to be.
I see.
And I'm gonna tell you, bro, when I saw this news, I was fucking ecstatic. A, this guy's top tier talent that you just plucked from Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
B, damn, I've heard nothing but great things about the freaking Final Fantasy MMO. And it makes sense because apparently they've been working on something for a long time, and a lot of people have been rumoring that Yoshi P, the director of 14, will be making Final Fantasy 16. But more than I guess we see that that probably won't be the case. So I'm extremely excited to see whatever it is they come up with because that's a lot of talent right there.
It's pretty interesting. I
Heck yeah, man!
I
Heck
don't.
yeah! I'm super ecstatic for this.
Yeah.
Super ecstatic.
Alright, good for you, Robert.
You're telling me I can get my Devil May Cry goodness with an awesome action story? Oh, bruh, sign me up!
All right, all right, all
Damn,
right.
take my $70. All right, the last bit I have before
The deep
the
dive.
conference, I have Shaman King is coming back next year. Holy shit, with a brand new anime.
Shaman King.
Yeah,
I don't know. It ended pretty fucking well. I don't know how I
did it
feel
get an?
about this.
I've maybe watched an episode of the anime.
The
I
anime,
meant like it's just getting an anime adaptation.
the anime, it already has an anime adaptation.
But did it finish? Because I don't know.
I don't remember the anime finishing, but I think so.
Well, I'll tell you this: it's getting a new one, and uh, I don't really see the point of like it's like generally you do anime, you get like an anime thing for like promote your franchise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shaman King's been over, dude. Like
Yeah, it's weird that it's coming
it's a
back.
dead property.
No one even talks about it like
Like
that,
I guess if you
honestly.
want to like revitalize merch sales, I guess like if you think that the property's so valuable that you can get like more people to buy t-shirts and
I don't know. Maybe
memorabilia.
there was a poll in Japan. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I love the hell out of Shaman King, but I don't really see that much appreciation for it that in the West. You know what I mean? It is definitely below like EBZ, Naruto, Bleached, One Piece.
I don't think people
What's some
knew.
other class?
I don't think people
Yu
knew it was an
Hakusho.
anime back in the day. It was on like Disney XD, and they had like a bunch of like
I don't know
anime-ish
what shoot,
shows.
I told you I've only watched maybe an episode of it. I read the hell out of Shaman. I love Shaman.
I watched it and read it. The anime was pretty freaking great, and I just don't see the
But
point.
and it's got that like 90s 2000 anime aesthetic, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, jeez. I mean, if they bring it back, they gotta do it
Like I
right.
said, I think more people would be excited for like an anime remake of Rurouni Kenshin than Shaman King.
Honestly, I don't really like remakes anymore. I'm just like, just let the franchises live as legends.
No, that's never gonna happen, bro.
They need to
That's
just.
part of the reason why Super exists in the first place. There's just
I
too much money
know
to be made.
Super started this. I feel like Super started this, and it's just like, oh, now everyone's doing it, bringing those
At the very
shows
least,
back.
Super had the decency to be new.
You know what? I think.
Well, I can't say that
Hunter x
the
Hunter
movie for the
started
first
this
bit, but you know
bitch.
what I mean. Like, at the very least, it filled in somewhat gaps in a story or continued a story or whatever.
I didn't. But
But
Super is so bad though, so I don't know.
now look who's getting heated today, ladies and gentlemen. Not me. Not today. Gonna be calm and mellow.
Sure, Robert.
All right, man. That's all the list of topics I have besides our big conference. You got anything to add before we get into it?
Not really. I don't care about any of the things you talked about.
All right.
You know what I care about,
Alright, you know
Robert?
what
I care about the fucking
There's at
PS5,
least
man.
37. You're just on cloud 9. All right. Since we're gonna start, let's just start with the hardware first. No price, and there's a digital exclusive edition.
Which looked tempting because it looks so much better than the one with the disc.
It looks sleeker, yes. Now, Meeman, I have to ask you, as the they also showed like some peripherals, like the control, the remote,
The double charge, the charging, whatever those things are
charging
called.
station, and
Yeah.
the new HD camera.
Who is?
I mean,
I don't care about the HD
I have to
camera.
ask, as the guy who has now somewhat some income comparison to when the PS4 dropped, which edition are you getting it, and are you getting all the extra gadgets with it at launch?
Not all the extra gadgets. What? I don't even need gadgets. I'm just gonna buy a controller, another controller.
Beyond that charging station, bro.
I don't use charging
No, I'm getting all the
stations.
gadgets. What I wanted to ask you is, are you getting, which PS5 are you getting? Are you getting the digital exclusive one or like the one with the disc
Getting the one with this,
drive?
because I still like my hard copies.
I like it for my select exclusive game, and because I like, I'm starting to run out of storage space that I have for my desk drawer thing that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say drawer. That gives it a bad representation. But like basically like this desk cabinet thing that I have. So I've been leaning in more on digital, but only going like physical for like the big titles like Last of Us and Kingdom Hearts and things that matter to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
and P5 Royal.
I still like having those physical mediums, and if I just have them and can't play them, what's the point?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
And
Well, I guess
also,
for some people would just say collectors for collecting's sake. You know what I mean?
if your freaking hard drive corrupts, or your SSD now corrupts, like you lost that file, and now you gotta re-download.
Well,
Or
I mean, you could say that. Well, cloud saves.
well, even that, like, say like 30 years from now, you want to bust out your PS5 for like nostalgia's sake, and your hard drive's corrupt, and now that game is lost forever, man. Especially if they don't keep the support up, which I don't see happening. But I'm just saying, there's stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I just
Well,
like
you could just transfer over
having.
your primary PS5 to a new account to download your old digital titles, but I see what you're saying. It's just more of a hassle.
Yeah, like having the physical copy gives you a peace of mind, especially for your favorite titles. Like I would like The Last of Us,
Just like,
Persona. Like I want to have those ready, like whenever with me, like forever.
well, I'm getting the physical one, but all right, we don't have to delve into which edition to get. All right, let's go with the games. All right, we're you know what? Let's do this. We're gonna save the really really big one at the very end. And it's the one that they obviously that they stole the show with. But let's go through. We're gonna go through all 27 games that they showed at this event. Some of them were just gonna be nah, skip this one. But we're gonna talk about it at the very least.
Starting out
But let's
with
start with uh
GTA 5.
Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales coming this holiday season.
So
This is a standalone
I've heard
game
some rumors
that
like
is coming exclusively to PS5. Hold on, I just want to finish this because that's been lack of clarity on this point.
mm-hmm.
Um, and it is not a full sequel to the original Spider-Man. I fucking knew it. When I saw that, I'm like, this is way too. Well, first of all, I could just tell from like the visuals off rip that they're still like they're just taking the entire OG's overmap, make this story, and I have no problems with that. By the way, I love Miles Morales. I love this version of Miles Morales and this character. Um, to me, this seems like an easy Uncharted Lost Legacy thing, but like a great way to have like a strong exclusive for the
Mm-hmm.
PS5.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge exclusive right there that you can have Spider-Man. Granted, it's not like full deal Spider-Man, but
Yeah,
think about it, dude. Because
Spider-Man.
I mean, remember when we were talking about the demo where they could load up the entire world of Spider-Man in less than a second?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be able to do that for this one because Spider-Man Miles Morales isn't really gonna show off. They're not. It's not gonna be like a demo game where it can really show off what the PS5 can do, except for maybe some like the loading this huge overmap. It's not gonna in terms of like new textures or anything.
If anything, that game's gonna feel the
But man, it's just
best.
gonna be an awesome, great game that's probably gonna be anywhere from about 6 to 10, probably 8 to 10 hours long, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Solid game, solid, like genius for Sony to get that out of Omniac.
Yeah, I'm saying if
You have the
anything,
floor,
that
Mimi.
game is probably gonna feel the best because it's not doing as much to the hardware. So I feel like it's gonna run fucking smooth as fuck, man.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get like a smooth, buttery 60 frames. Uh, taking full advantage of that, like the new SSD with instant load times for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna be as visually fantastic because
I
they look
mean,
like the models look ripped off the PS4.
I mean, that being said,
But the game's
the
probably gonna
games
be
look
great,
good
so I
on
don't care.
PS4 as well. So I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
saying.
no one's saying it's bad, but if we're gonna compare it to something like another game that Insomniac's making right now called Ratchet and Clank,
Oh,
where they're combining new
oh,
awesome visuals with new gameplay mechanics, with work showing off what that hardware can do by
you know,
literally going in between new environments at the blink of an eye. Like they're setting their own bar pretty high, is what I'm saying.
yeah, you know, the visuals
Because
didn't seem
it's
that.
literally made by the same studio, the titles.
Honestly, the
Two different
visuals for
teams, but
Ratchet
same
and
studio.
Clank didn't feel that much more impressive than the one on PS4.
I agree, but like that's like the thing that's your kind of limit though with like when you have a cartoony aesthetic. Like what more can you do? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like for a lot of like Ratchet and Clank stuff, I was just looking at like the background and like fam, if they're actually going to brand new environments like that in real time, I think that's probably something you can only do with that aesthetic and this new SSD. I think because that was nuts, dude.
Okay, well, I don't know. It was also just a live stream, so the quality was much, much, much lower. So we
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. Well, that was the awesome thing about Sony did for this thing. They said all there's 4K trailers up on YouTube right now for all these games, so you can watch them as the way they're supposed to be, uncompressed
I
by
mean,
YouTube streaming.
YouTube still compresses things, but you know.
Yeah, yeah, but that's like the frame rate. We're talking about the visual aesthetic. Like all the particle effects and awesome stuff they were doing, it just looked great. Be back in a second. Oh man, that was a freaking sudden intermission. But hopefully there shouldn't be any more before the end of this goddamn stream ends. All right, let's go back to Ratchet and Clank later because I want to talk about the weirdest fucking game that was announced. This freaking
I don't. Which one? They were all kind of
um,
fucking weird, man.
no. Nothing's gonna top Goodbye Volcano High or whatever it's called. Yeah, it's called Goodbye Volcano High.
Dude, I didn't even put that one on the list, dude. That was so weird.
Dude, does it shock you that I thought it was like a show. I thought it looked like adventure. I shouldn't say Adventure Time, but BoJack Horseman or something.
Yeah, it did look like it. I mean, that was very interesting to me. I don't know how. Yeah, the furries, but I don't know how like they're gonna like pull that off. Like, how's that gameplay gonna look like? Is it a point and click adventure? Is it like, can you fully control this 2D character? Is it just flat? I don't know, but it's just.
Okay, I didn't do any research of this, but apparently it's the comment that I saw. This is just like a random comment, but apparently it's supposed to be like Life is Strange just with like furries. So that's what I'm assuming what we're doing. So it's basically a Telltale game with furries.
Mm-hmm. Well.
Oh, and it's a very LGBT
Yeah.
and the rest of them letters centered story.
I mean, I don't care about that as much. I just want to know like how it's going to play out.
Well, you like Telltale, so have fun with this new title, buddy.
I'll let you know when I play it.
You're never gonna buy that game.
I might. You know I might.
When did it even come out? It's 2021. Oh, it's not even a launch title. Good thing. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can buy all the launch titles this year.
I don't think there were a lot of launch titles.
Oh, there was a good amount.
Most of them were like 2021.
Well, this is true. Stuff like Deathloop. The thing that everybody's comparing to Death Stranding.
The Death
Stranding. I think holiday.
So are we gonna play that? Are we gonna play that?
No. I'm playing Deathloop because it looked like Deathloop took Death Stranding's idea and was like, "Yo, what if we add shooting to this game so it's not fucking terrible?"
I was like, "Oh, Death Stranding vibes," and then the gameplay started. I'm like, "Oh, this is like Gears or something like that."
Dude, I was hyped when I saw all these different guns and stuff. I was like, "Oh, finally, someone understands me."
Honestly, I was so scared it was going to be more like Alien Isolation because of how they were like presenting the trailer. It was making you feel like it was giving you the vibe of like you're defenseless and there's a monster out there. But once I saw the gameplay, I was like, "Yo, I might play this game. That looks fun."
Well, honestly, it gave me like a Senua's Sacrifice kind of vibe.
Karen.
Kind of thing.
Karen Stranding.
Karen. Hey, man. It's a lot better than whatever. I don't think I'll ever be able to finish that game. That and Nier Automata. Those are my two games that I'll just never beat, probably.
And Sekiro.
And I blame Nier Automata is my fault. Death Stranding. That song's on Kojima. He's got to hold that forever.
I mean, not all your games can be hits.
Nah, you got nah. I need 100%. No, we forgave him for that space mecha game that he made on the PS2. What was it called?
Fuck, I don't remember.
It was like a Gundam game.
That was him. Oh god, fuck, I don't even know.
You know, I'm looking this up right now. Konami Gundam game. What's it called? It was so bad. Zone of the Enders. There we go.
I don't remember.
Yeah, we forgave him for that one.
Nope, don't remember.
There's a reason.
Don't remember it.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'll give him another chance. But after this
we're not going to talk about the fact that it's not like he released like 4 games in between Metal Gear 2 and like Metal Gear Solid. Granted, a lot of that stuff was like locked to PC and shit, but like they were games. Some of them were actually pretty good.
I mean, I don't remember those early games. I wasn't a Kojima's fan back then.
Yeah, but anyway, let's stick with Deathloop. Deathloop intrigues me. I'm buying it launch.
I'll think about it.
Really intrigued.
What other
Well, I think I
games?
might. All right, Meeman. Should we talk about Demon Souls remake? You got to give it up. You were right on this one. I couldn't believe that Blue Point would waste their time doing
Oh,
this.
I was
But
so right. I was so happy when I saw that bitch. I was like, oh, I recognized instantly. I was like, yo, wait, this looks familiar. Oh shit! When they showed the knight, I was like, this is Demon Souls. Robert, where you at? Oh, dude, but the visuals look so good, but it kind of worries me a little bit
it looks like a
because
PS4 game though.
no, no, they look so much better.
Yeah, we've seen the comparison shots. It
They
doesn't look that much better than Dark Souls Remastered.
no, they look pretty freaking good. They've added way more detail. You gotta remember that From Software never puts that much detail into their games. And
Hip.
yeah, so the fact that they're putting so much detail in there makes me wonder what else they're changing. And I'm just
I don't
like,
expect as much. Blue Point is known for being extremely faithful from their ground up remakes, like Shadow of the Colossus,
yeah, but I
etc.
also feel like adding all this detail might, change the atmosphere of Demon Souls because it had a really like foggy and really oppressive atmosphere, and I was like,
Well, that it's funny you mentioned that, Meeman, because I saw it trend for a little bit. Demon Souls kind of was a downgrade, and I was like, "What are you talking about? The textures look way better." But apparently, if you dig deeper into that, it's stemming from the fact of like, hey, it doesn't matter if the game was doing this on purpose or not, but Demon Souls with its textures and its environments created a certain kind of atmosphere that a lot of fans think is going to be missing from this remake.
yeah, and I feel like they had announced there was a fractured mode or something like that, and some people were thinking that might be a version where you could like switch between OG graphics and current and the new graphics, but Sony kind of debunked that fracture mode.
No one knows what that nightmare mode means.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like they need to maybe like try to take this feedback and like trying to work on it, make it feel more Demon Souls like. I don't know. There was just an atmosphere about it that like should be replicated.
Gotcha. Gran Turismo 7 was. I think this one was probably rushed out most since there was not even like a hint of a release date for this one, or like, hey, this one will probably be coming like a year or two or something, but it like just showed some like gameplay stuff. And look, man, a racing game is always going to show like is always going to be a flex on your hardware. If you want to look what's the best looking game in any kind of generation, just go for the last released racing game.
I mean, racing games. I don't know how I feel about those, man.
I'm not a racing guy anymore. Gran
Anymore.
Turismo, it looked like they added some adventure stuff into it, so I'm kind of intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
And would actually see more because if they, I would love it. I shouldn't say love it, but I would be intrigued to see if they put like a story behind it or whatever. I'd be kind of late.
Didn't they do that
It's
for the
like their
last
seventh
one?
entry or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know anything
Huh?
about Gran Turismo.
It looked like they made like kind of like an overworld with like objectives and markers. Granted, I've only owned 5 and played 5,
I've
and I
never
realized,
played.
wow, I suck at realistic racers like this.
I have never played any of them because I don't play racers. Any game that
Oh,
has a racing
I just
section, I always assume that's the worst section of the game. Like GTA. Whenever I
no.
had to do a race, I was super tilted, dude. I hate racing games.
No, dude, that's not at all. GTA's controls aren't that bad. Plus, you're literally like allowed to just like destroy other people's vehicles by ramming into them.
No.
Like,
I hate racing sections in games, dude. But that's just me.
All
That's
right,
just me.
2K21 is coming this fall.
The sweat.
I don't care.
All the sweat, Robert. Did you
Shut
see
up,
the
shut-
sweat,
we're
Robert?
moving on. Moving on. GTA 5 will be on PS5. I think it's launched, right? I think this will be already launched. They're giving like a year free online or whatever, right?
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
no, it's launched. 21. I lied.
they said they were like saying like people who own GTA, they're getting $1 million every month in GTA Online. I'm like, I don't play GTA Online. I play it for the story, and that's about it. But I don't know. For some fans, this might be woo, yeah, more GTA. But I don't know, man.
Uh,
People were
I,
raging.
I,
People were raging that there was no GTA 6 announcements. I'm like, dude, Rockstar
damn,
comes
that's
like
not
at the
coming for years. I think
Rockstar
it'll
comes
be
at
part of
like
the
the end of a
earliest years.
generation with that shit.
Like, when did Red Dead 2 come out? It came out in like what 2018,
2018, yeah.
something like that. Yeah, at 2025 earliest, dude. 2025 at the earliest. More likely 2027.
I think they said their next game wasn't going to be a GTA game or something like that.
I don't know. GTA 6 they actually announced is like now in pre-production. It made it like a small announcement about that.
Yeah,
It's in
but
production.
I
It's
I
just gonna
heard
take a
I
long,
heard
long time.
I heard that, but I heard that their next game wasn't going to be the next release game wasn't going to be a GTA game. I don't know, man.
I doubt it, dude. With how long it takes for them to make games, they might publish like a big game before then, but in terms of their studios, I don't see Rockstar pumping out like like a game the equivalent of Red Dead 2 before GTA 7 comes out that they make themselves.
No, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near that. I don't know. People were speculating they're making
We'll
another
see.
bully game or something like that, but we'll see.
A lot of people were looking for that, but nah, they're done with that shit. Like that's like asking for what's that shit called? Max Payne. Like that shit's just gone, guys. I'm sorry.
Well,
That's just
Max
done.
Payne is dead. Bully was still like okay. It just had a rough development
It
cycle
could
and
be a
it got
sequel.
canceled and there's a lot of shit going on with that game. But people want a
All
bully
right.
too. I
This
want a
is,
bully too.
I'd have to play Bully 1 first, before I'd be excited for Bully 2.
It's a
But
really good game.
I gotta give the conference somewhat credit here. I've never given a fuck about Little Big Planet, but Sackboy, A Big Adventure, I can dig this.
I was kind of excited for that.
Like a game where it's like no, a game where they actually have all the levels made and shit. Like oh, thank God, bruh. Don't make me create shit. Make the fucking game yourselves, you lazy fucks.
Right? I'm like, oh, dude. But oh, dude, I'm excited for
I
that.
say
I
that, and
I actually
people are like,
liked Little Meat. Not I was about to say Little Meat Boy. Little Big Planet. I played the. I used
which
to.
one did you play?
I,
1, 2, or 3?
I played 2 and 1. And I love the shit out of
2
those
and
games.
1?
Yeah, they gave 2 for free back then when Sony got hacked.
Oh yeah.
And I played the shit out of that. I was like, I capitalized on that.
I'm up on that one.
Yeah, dude.
Uh,
That's good. Oh,
yeah, man.
what about Bethesda's
I'm
new
excited.
game?
I like whenever this comes out, I'm getting it. Like I love like how varied like the levels look. It's got multiplayer co-op, 3D platformer. Dude, that's the shit I grew up on, and those games rarely come out. So I'm all for this Sackboy, bruh. Make him a mascot character for PS5. I'm all for this.
Be fun. What about
All right,
Bethesda's new
Meeman,
game?
this isn't a launch title, but it practically is. This is your
What?
moment right here. This is your battle cry. Hitman 3 coming January 2021 for PS5.
It worked, boys. My contribution worked. I told you, Robert. Hitman will never die, man. Hitman 3 coming. Ooh wee. Yeah. I'll finish Hitman 2 before then.
Oh, no, dude, there's no chance you're beating Hitman 2. Have you even finished the OG remake?
The OG one, I got stuck on the last level and couldn't beat it, so I just moved on to 2.
I moved on to 2, you mean buy it and then never put it in the console.
Well, first of all, I bought it digitally, get it right. Second of all, I beat the
Okay.
first mission on the second one. I started playing it.
Ooh.
I started playing
How
it.
many years did it take you to do that? How many years? How many years?
Uh, okay, so the next game was Ghostwire.
Oh no no. Oh yeah yeah. We're just okay. You're just done with that. Okay, cool.
Don't at me.
Um.
I will play Hitman 3.
Yeah, Ghostwire. This was actually I gotta admit, this one kind of disappointed me. I had higher hopes for Ghostwire. In terms of like visuals, the gameplay looked cool. Visuals a little disappointing for me. But I think this is a cross-gen game anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
kind of be to expected. It's an horror action it looks like, so I'm interested to see what they go for
It
that.
gave me what's it called?
Onimusha vibes,
No, it
but
gave
like
no,
in a
it gave
futuristic
me
thing.
more not Death Stranding, the Evil Within vibes, especially the gameplay. Not the
It makes
gameplay,
sense. It's the
but
same
like
studio.
the aesthetics. Yeah, I was like, this feels like Evil Within. I like this. I'm gonna probably never
Well,
play it, but I'll watch someone else play it on YouTube.
probably. I'll catch a stream of this.
I can't play horror
Maybe I'll
games.
play it if it intrigues me enough because even within two, people love the fuck out of that game. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I heard like it's critically underrated.
You want to talk about
Uh,
Bethesda's new game,
what's their new game?
Deathloop?
Oh, we already talked about that. Remember?
Oh yeah, oh
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
No,
no, we talked about Deathloop. Yeah, Arcane Studios is
oh yeah,
Wait,
yeah, yeah.
am I confusing that with something else?
You,
No, no, no. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think you
It's
can.
the Death Stranding ripoff. Yeah.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
that shit look lit,
no, no,
dude.
no. That's not the Death Stranding ripoff. The Death Stranding
What is the Death
ripoff.
Stranding ripoff?
I think that's a project.
Oh, that's Eternal from Housemark. Oh, you're right. I'm tripping.
Yeah, Deathloop is the one from Bethesda. It's like that Dishonored ripoff, where you have an assassin trying to
Yeah, let
assassin
me, let
you,
me
and you're trying to assassin some other NPCs. I think maybe.
Oh, okay. No, no, okay, okay. Okay, I remember what you're talking about now. Okay, cool.
Honestly,
Returnal looked a lot
this
better.
this
I,
Deathloop
I'll,
made me. I really want Deathloop. That game looks very interesting to me.
what's it called? I like both those games. I'll give Returnal more credit than Deathloop, but I was intrigued by Deathloop. I'll pick it up. I'm not really big into Bethesda right now, but Arcane Studios, they're the guys who made Dishonored, so that makes sense for it to look like it. I'm intrigued in that one, so I'm with that. Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this game is coming launch Godfall. What you think about it?
First of all, why the fuck did he use a rap song?
Oh yeah, dude, that was so.
That was
See,
so.
you know
That
what? I
felt
kind of
so.
respect it.
I respect it, but it
'Cause
felt
you can
so
tell,
out of
like,
place. I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
no, it did, but I respected them more for it. They're like, nah, everybody does like a rock or this like awesome game. No, we're putting rap. We're putting rap. We fuck with rap. This is real hip hop.
I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this? This is like medieval shit. What the fuck are y'all doing? Who's your PR team?"
I respected that, God. Fuck, y'all got points for me for that.
Did we talk
Oh,
about
you know what? That's a good
Pragmata?
point. Oh wait, hold on. What do you think about these two Bethesda games being buggy as fuck? Do you think they're gonna be buggy as fuck? Dishonored, as far as I'm aware, so the
The best, like in the series.
Deathloop, I don't think they're known for making buggy games. It's only like the fucking Fallouts and
Fallout
the
and what's it called?
Elder Scrolls shit. Oh, you're not gonna get any one of those new titles for like ever. Probably till next console generation.
I feel like they'll release one
Like they still haven't made their.
No, I feel like Elder Scrolls 6 will come out somewhere midway through this console generation.
Not a chance. Not a
No,
chance.
I feel
It'll
like
if it's gonna come out, it's gonna come out like Rockstar at the very end.
yeah.
Not a chance.
I mean, it's gonna come.
Do you know how
No,
long?
it's
Dude, you know how
it's
long it's gonna
definitely it's definitely coming out this generation. No lie about that. Cause
Damn,
Skyrim
they
came,
haven't even
dude,
released a trailer other than a screenshot of Starfall for their game.
and that's fine. But
And
Skyrim came out on the PS3, my G.
I know, and you know what they said? We fucked up. Because we're making a new IP that's in space with our shitty PS2 engine.
Can they really? Didn't they just use Unreal? It's not. It doesn't take that much. Everyone uses it. Bethesda.
You gotta pay royalties if you use Unreal, though.
Just,
Pay royalties.
just use it. God,
Gotta pay royalties.
God.
Fuck a royalty.
Oh my God, I hate their engine so much, man.
It was groundbreaking for its time, but it's time to let it fucking die. You were mentioning Pragmata. I don't remember Pragmata. What was that one about?
It was that one with the space suit looking dude with the little girl, and they like. This one was the one that.
Oh yeah, that was.
This was the one that I was like, no, this is Death Stranding. This is dead ass Death Stranding on some weird shit.
Okay, we had like 3 Death Stranding ripoffs. Yeah, this one. Okay, I give them respect for, since they at least put like a release date on it. It's coming 2022. I'm very much confused.
And it's from Capcom.
It also gave me Nier Automata vibes, I will say.
Nah, yeah, but dude, but the aesthetics are really good. The aesthetics are really good in that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just gotta wait more to see. I have to see what actual gameplay looks like, not this trailer and stuff.
It's time for that game, Robert.
Yeah, Astro's Playroom, right? It's a game that's gonna be coming to every PS5 for free to show off the new controller. Yeah. You ready to dive deep into this one?
I was going to talk about Stray, but we can talk about that.
Oh no, that's literally all I got for it, dude.
I was just like, oh, okay. I don't know. There's not much for me to talk about.
What was the game that you were going to talk about? If it's the big one, we still have way more titles.
It's not the big one. It's Stray, that little cat with the backpack.
Oh, damn. You know what's the funny thing? My internet kind of cut off during that, so I missed like the whatever the junction of the trailer was. All I saw was like a cat like going up to the end. Like I saw the game be like announced, right? And then like at the very end, I saw a cat like he like perched up, and it's like. That's fucking weird. What I must have missed something important here.
Apparently, you play as that cat.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably the weirdest thing that Sony's ever done before Goodbye Volcano High came. Stray, yeah. I don't even heard of this development team. It's called Annapurna Interactive.
Oh no, it's like some random ass.
It comes
team.
out 2021 next year.
Yeah, this is like one of their first games, I think. I don't know, man.
It's the top.
But okay.
Yeah, no, that was weird.
So we got like.
That's one of the things. I just feel like that's gonna be shown and then never seen ever again.
I don't know. I feel like I'll buy it. Cause I like my indie titles.
Stray? You're gonna buy Stray? If Stray is $60, you're buying Stray for $60.
Yeah. See, I'll give indie games a chance if they look good enough to me.
You know, okay, yes, but the entire point is that they're smaller and cheaper. If it's $60, you ain't comping Stray.
I don't know. We'll see. What about Little Devil Inside?
Hold on, let's talk about Oddworld first, just because it's like bigger, I guess.
Which one?
Oddworld, Soulstorm.
Oh, dude, that didn't even make it on the list, dude. I can't fuck with the Oddworld series, dude. It's really weird to me.
I just never grew up on it.
And this one seemed to be more story driven, which I thought was weird. Were the original story driven?
I appreciate that.
Like it seemed.
Well, apparently they all have like cutscene stuff.
Yeah, but this one seemed a lot more serious than the last one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was like,
that's the thing. Is like this joking thing. Now it's like a little bit more blood and violence.
And I was
like, all
this
shenanigans.
And I was so confused. I was like, why is it taking this direction? Did this happen in the originals? Because I don't know, but it was really weird to me.
This is like the 5th Oddworld game, I think, right, or something like that.
I don't know.
I didn't play New and Tasty or any of these like PS4 joints, but I'm glad that they did well. So they're getting a big for the PS5. So,
you know,
hey man, if they're satisfying Oddworld fans, I know Oddworld was gone for a long time. So if they're nailing in the beats and selling enough copies, hey, shout out to them.
All to them, man.
Yo, this was kind of like my favorite. This is one of my favorite moments when this game called Destruction All Stars announced because I'm like, yo, this is a fucking PS1 game with PS5 graphics. What is this game doing here? It's a Destruction Derby game. Yo, did
Oh,
you see it?
the Destruction
This
Derby
game
game.
called Destruction All Stars.
So that
Pretty
gave me
much
like,
just like, yo,
remember that game that on Xbox that came out, Sunset Overdrive? It gave me those
that's
kind
what
of
it gave you
vibes.
those lines.
That mixed
That's
with
what, fam. It's you're in a arena though in the crowd the entire time. Well, not in the entire time, but
that mixed with what's that? Heavy metal? Not heavy metal. Twisted metal. Like those games
yeah,
combined.
that's what it gave me vibes.
That those two games combined, I'm like, yeah, this is what this feels like.
But like anyway, man, anything that can bring me back to the PS1 era, like in that kind of thing, I'm for it. I'll
hmm
maybe give it a shot. That's all I got for it. Um,
I don't know. It was it
or
I don't know.
holiday 2020.
It didn't appeal to me
That
too much because I didn't really grow up on those like derby games, whatever they're called, man.
oh, but like those are like in close multiplayer, like local
Yeah,
multiplayer things that you just have like a blast in. Dude, if you and I got like just smoked and then just play that game, trust me, you would have a phenomenal time. I'll tell you. It's one of those kind of games.
true. New and tasty asses. Okay, I got
Dude. And just when I was giving it credit for a game that I never played, um, Jet. I'm gonna color these three because or these two I should say because I don't remember anything about them. Jet the Far Shore and Solar Ash.
You said Jet the Far Shore.
The Far Shore. This one's coming out in 20. This one's coming out.
What was that
Like
one about? That was the
Punch.
space one.
I don't remember, dude. I'm telling you.
I
Oh,
don't
here,
think
let
I
me. I'm
saw that
looking, relooking
trailer.
at the trailer
I
for
think
Solar
I
Ash
missed.
right
I
now.
think I missed that one because I went to like get something to eat or something. That freaking live stream was 3 hours. Fuck Sony, man.
Hey, man, I was hooked on it.
No, fuck them for not giving us a prize after 3 hours.
Oh no, I didn't watch the whole thing though. Like,
I watched
like,
the whole
man,
thing.
once they showed off the console and then Horizon before then, I was like, okay, it's the console. It's over. It's been an hour.
What? No, that was like
That's probably
three
why I
hours
don't.
in. The fuck, Robert?
Oh, then maybe I'll watch the whole thing.
They
Didn't
showed
feel
that.
like
They
it to me,
showed
yeah.
that at the end, like after 3 hours.
Okay, another title, another contender for like some of the
Oh,
weirdest
solar,
fucking games
solar,
is Bug
sol. No wait, Solar Ash. Let's go back to that. I
Solar Ash. Okay.
I actually thought the aesthetics in that game looked really, really good. But
It
I
gave me
saw,
Journey vibes. I thought this game
yeah,
was made
but
by the people who made
I
Journey.
heard, but in the comments, dude, while that was playing, I was just like, people were just like bugging. They were like, "Nah, this is ugly." I'm like, "Bruh, nah, this looks so good." And I think it just
Oh,
might
okay.
be me, but I love my indie titles, and I thought it was fire. Yeah, see, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say this after rewatching this trailer. I forgot that it was this game. I like this. I really liked it. I will buy it for that one. Jet the Far Shore though, I don't remember shit.
I don't remember shit about that one. I don't know.
Solar Ash was really cool, especially with that cutscene. It gave me eco vibes, strong eco vibes.
Mm. Which one?
Solar Ash.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Like you don't have a companion, but like the way like you interact with that like otherly kind of thing, it looks like.
yeah.
I literally don't remember anything about this Jet the Far Shore thing.
I mean, that tells you about the game.
Oh, it's a fucking it's the space shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck
What about
this thing.
that game, Little Devil Inside?
Little Devil Inside. How about you give your thoughts about it?
Okay,
What would you
so
think?
I saw that people were hating on the art style because it had one of those it's like it looks like it's clay, but it's also kind of like 3D. It's like 3D Pixar except less details, I guess. I don't know what it compares to, but I thought the art style was really interesting and like different compared to the other games. It just doesn't look as, astounding for a launch title. That's all. But I think that game, the gameplay they did show looked really fun. If anything, what was that? What was that game called? Firehouse? No, I don't know. It was like, dude, the aesthetics to the game looked really good, and I thought it
Well,
was really
I know
good.
what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Re-looking back on that trailer for Little Devil Inside, yeah, it's a game that's clearly not taking itself seriously. I mean, it's literally uh going hand in hand with like farts at some point during this trailer. So I'm intrigued to see what they're doing with it, but
It seems like a fun
I'm
game. Like games kind of forget sometimes during launch that they're supposed to be fun and not just like a wow factor. And
well, that's what a lot of them just end up being. They're just like, yo, this is like we're just gonna showcase what this tech can do.
yeah, and that's what I appreciated Little Devil Inside for. It was a different art style compared to the rest of the games. And it was more like blocky and
It stood
more
out.
interesting.
It stood out.
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate its comedy, but it stood out. That's what the important thing.
Yeah. Uh, it's time to get to the bigger titles, Robert.
Octodad made this weird fucking game called Bugsnax, where you eat food and walk around, and
Which one
then
was
apparently
that?
this food might be coming for you. Like, yo, this game's fucking weird as fuck, dude. Octodad was already. I get it. It's kind of funny, but like out there, yo, this is like out of like 30 left field, dude. What the fuck is this game?
I don't know. I don't remember that game, so I'm not even going to comment about that, dude.
You don't remember the game about bugs where you like these bugs turn into parts of food once they eat food?
Oh, okay, I remember now. Okay, no, that game looks weird. That's not a cop. No, that can be flushed down the toilet. Go fuck. It can go fuck itself.
That's what I'm saying, man. That game looks so weird.
I don't know. But I think it's time to move on to some of the bigger titles now.
Yeah, my boy Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. That's what I'm
Bridge,
fucking talking about, dude.
Bridge of Spirits. Which one was that?
It's the one where like you can like liberate areas and then spirits come out of like this previously dead forest and everything.
Oh yeah. I actually
Yeah, it's like yeah,
that's
this,
an instant cop. That's an instant cop for me. I thought that was really
oh for
really
sure,
cool.
for sure.
Oh, dude, the aesthetics were so clean. People were hating on this title,
Yeah, I
saying
would
it looked like PS3. I'm like,
first
nah. This
right
game looks
and play with
so good.
dude.
You're getting
I
cut.
was sold.
You cut out there. What were you saying?
Oh yeah, I was a little unsure about it. Like I liked the visuals and stuff, but I didn't know exactly what they're gonna go for until they showed like the magic and the staff gameplay, and I was like, oh,
Oh, dude.
you have me.
First of all,
And
the voice acting was
that's
really good too. I was like, this is good voice acting so far. What I've seen.
and it's one of the few games that I think that were revealed that I think is really important. That I feel like it has so much more to show.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and there's a
Like
lot
this is
more.
just a little taste, essentially.
There's also a lot more they can do since they're not taking the super realism approach.
Mhm.
And I thought that was really interesting and cool. And dude, the backgrounds look so good, even for like not hyper realistic. Oh, dude,
Oh, dude, I'm
aesthetics,
just
uh, wonderful. You know what got me
yeah, man.
going?
Like
What was that?
what?
That fucking Resident Evil game, dude.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we get to that huge game, first we should mention this one, Project Athia from Square Enix.
Oh, dude, I have no idea what's happening in that trailer, dude.
Okay, it looks ambitious as fuck, but I have no idea what this game is. It's like, ooh, you're traversing like this huge thing, and you see these massive like sprawling landscapes or whatever that look visually impressive as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no idea what this game is. All we know about it is that it's designed exclusively for PlayStation 5,
Yeah, I
and it's
feel like
made
that's gonna
from
be
Luminous
like.
Studio. That made
I feel like that's the game that's gonna push your PS5 to its limit.
Well, one of the first ones anyway.
At least the first ones. But yeah, everything looks so good in it, and I can't complain about anything that I've seen. I just hope that they deliver on it, honestly.
Oh, are we talking about for Project Athia?
Project Athia, yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah, I
like,
hope so. I think they
if
will
it
most
if it all
likely.
looks well and stays pretty much like this, that's an insta cop for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. And this is made from the team that made Final Fantasy 15. We don't know who the director is though. So it could be anything. We have no idea if this is even an RPG or not.
Oh,
This
you
could just
said
straight up be an
the
action
people who
game.
made Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, Luminous Studio, or at least part of them anyway. I shouldn't say the majority. At least like a good like 40% of that staff
True.
is probably going to be carried over. But you know, Final Fantasy 15, for all of its faults, looks extremely visually impressive, and that really shows in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll just have to wait and see before we anything more. All right, we're talking about Resident Evil 8 Village.
Okay, first of all, the trailer got me. It got me. I was like, "What game is this? What the fuck is this?" And then they were like, "Village."
Really,
I'm
I
like,
thought that. This looks and feels very much like Resident Evil.
"Well, I'm not a huge Resident Evil fan, so it got me." I was like, "What game is this?" And it said Village. I'm like, "What the fuck is Village?" And it was like, "Nah, fam, this is Resident Evil 8." And I was like, oh, "You got me."
Yo, they are pumping these shits out, bro, so efficiently. Like Resident Evil 3 Nemesis came out this year. Um, they might have a Resident Evil. They have a Resident Evil Code Veronica in development, along with Resident Evil 4 remake in development. Those two remakes, and Resident Evil 8 is coming out next year.
It helps when you don't have to write a full story for a game, I guess. And they have something to
And it's
build
clearly
build off
like a
of.
lot of. Yeah, man. Like ever since they came out with Resident Evil 7, man, they've just been pumping those shits
Oh
out,
yeah,
man.
and they've been doing great with that. Even though I'm not a Resident Evil fan, and I wish I was, I can't do horror games. You know this, but I would play
Oh,
the
dude,
shit
like,
out of those.
dude,
Gameplay itself
especially
looks
Resident
fun.
Evil 2 remake, dude. My God. All right,
Uh,
man. I think all that leaves us is for like the big massive title that we have to talk about.
yeah.
You got anything left, or do you want to add to before we get to the game?
Uh, no, I think most of these games are cops for me. But let's move on to the big one.
Agreed, agreed. Especially from the bigger publishers like Capcom and
Mm-hmm.
Square. Even though Square only showed one title.
Mm-hmm.
Horizon Forbidden West. Probably is going to be known as Horizon 2. Yo,
Fire.
damn.
Fire title.
Take all the time you need. I
First
am
of all,
no rush.
did they show her swimming like with some freaking?
Yeah.
Could you do that in the first game? I don't know.
You-
I haven't finished it.
Could I think there was water in like they had like an alligator esque one.
But I don't know the aesthetics.
You could.
Dude.
I think.
Oh
You
my
can.
god.
I'm pretty sure you could.
Like that is a system
Like,
seller,
you-
dude.
Like you dive down to see like underwater cities. That's brand new for 2, bro. So the
Dude.
variety in the environments, bro. Holy shit.
Right? Oh, dude, like they showed so many different ones and I was super impressed. That's a system seller, man. Xbox, take notes.
And I was shocked that they only really showed one recurring character. Like Horizon has a significant cast that you like. I wouldn't call them like partner characters or anything, but these are
Mhm.
people that recur off and stuff. And the fact that like Horizon didn't show any of them makes me think that you probably won't even interact with any of them. So this is like brand new people, brand new lands. It's like minus the villain.
I think they said you were going a little bit more west from where you were in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, okay, so then tell me, why do I have like these like freaking fantasy-esque like areas where like things are like almost like hovering over lands with like grassy things?
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
there's also a desert.
There's robots. There can be deserts and robots, man.
Okay, no, the robots are fine because they explain that the deserts are supposed to rebio the planet or whatever. But
Hmm.
why the fuck is this random ass desert here?
I don't know, man, but I'm super excited. I can't.
Especially since we are in Colorado canonically as of Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, and they showed the Golden Gate Bridge, so we are not just a little bit west. So we are in Cali now, or at least some point, if that
Mm-hmm.
holds.
Mm-hmm. I didn't catch that. Oh,
Ah,
true. Interesting.
yo, the moment that thing goes available for pre-order, day one, I'm copping it
Yeah, definitely,
physically.
definitely. Yeah. So you think Sony's gonna bundle some of these games together with the PS5?
The only okay, hmm, I want to say no, but if they are, my money's on Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
That's probably if they don't do Spider-Man, they're not gonna do any of.
But
Uh,
Sony has killed it. This lineup of games is amazing.
yeah, man. Like
I wish we can talk more about
I
these
might
games, but we have so little information on all of them.
for a good chunk of them
Well,
anyway.
yeah. Well, Demon Souls is still Demon Souls, you know.
Yeah, and like God, look, man. Oh, and yeah, and we still don't even know what the price of this machine is.
It doesn't matter. They got my money already.
I'm willing to guess it's gonna be 500.
Yeah, I would say about
That's my
500, 450 to 550, honestly. That's what I'm
well. I think
thinking.
it's pretty obvious that both of them are waiting for them to announce the price so they can either undercut it or match it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine it costing nuts. I think 450 probably is the lowest they would go.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm willing to pay that. That's not too bad, honestly.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Especially with these Switch prices
Well,
right
I'm
now.
willing to pay
Have you
five.
seen these Switch prices? $700 for a Switch? Nah.
Okay, yeah,
Nah.
but that's not retail price though. That's not retail though. It's not like Nintendo selling it for $700.
I'm just saying, man.
Hey man, I feel you.
But yeah,
I feel you.
these are exciting times, guys. There is some light
Oh,
in
dude, I'm
2020.
stupid. That's it, man. I got really nothing else to mention, nothing else to say, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a
You got
good line.
anything?
Just a good lineup. Excited for the PS5, and that's it.
Yeah, man. That's putting it better than I can say myself. Love the launch lineup. Might cop all the games, might not. I'm gonna see if I can. I would love to be able to say like, yeah, I have this entire fucking launch lineup. Um, and yeah, man. Gonna get the disc drive version, and yeah, man. That's a wrap for episode 30, man. I've been your host, Robert. That's been my co-host, Meeman, aka Hurt God, aka Curve God, man.
Yep.
Anything to say before we head out?
I'm getting a PS5.
A1. Peace.
See ya.